House in 1884, and then he lost it in the subsequent election and came back and won it again.
Winning back the White House from the man who pushed him out, Benjamin Harrison. Cleveland is the only president to serve non-consecutive terms, something Trump hopes to replicate. Sagar Magani, Washington.
The U.S. House of Representatives voted to potentially ban TikTok nationwide. In remarks, Washington Congresswoman Kathy McMorris Rogers says TikTok must decide its future.
We have given TikTok a clear choice. Separate from your parent company ByteDance, which is beholden to the CCP, and remain operational in the United States, or side with the CCP and face the consequences. The choice is TikTok's.
In an AP interview, volunteer Ghani Von Veen says many nations are against Israel because of the Gaza war, but her faith group is still in support.
I know the whole world hates Israel. And I want to say, and we want to say as a group, we love Israel.
This is AP News. Dollar Tree will close nearly 1,000 stores. AP correspondent Rita Foley reports.
Most are Family Dollar stores. Dollar Tree acquired Family Dollar for more than $8 billion in 2015, but it's had a tough time absorbing the chain. One analyst says almost 10 years on, Dollar Tree is still sifting through the mess it inherited and has not been able to completely turn around. Dollar Tree's customers have actually been trying to cut spending as they wrestle with inflation. While more shoppers were heading to stores, they were closely watching how much they spent, with the average ticket down 0.7%. I'm Rita Foley.
Mississippi, which has the nation's worst infant mortality rate, will now allow pregnant women who are eligible for Medicaid access the government-funded service earlier. Medicaid will pay for a pregnant woman's outpatient medical care for 60 days while they await approval of their application. I'm Haya Panjwani, AP News.
Find what you love, love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Walk right through the door. It's all here to explore. With guides in the know and prices so low, it just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Hi, this is Jimmy Bell, nurse practitioner. I'm excited to be the new provider at Salem Memorial District Hospital Family Medicine. I'll be providing medical care for patients ages 18 and over. Please call 729-8000 to make an appointment. We are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and all private and other insurance. And at Salem Memorial District Hospital, always remember that it's all about the patient, every encounter, every time.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
Good afternoon. It's 68 degrees during the noon hour. The wind out of the south-southwest at 9 miles per hour. Our forecast today, partly sunny, a high temperature of 77 degrees. Wind out of the south at 9 to 14, gusting to 21 miles per hour. Tonight we have a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, a low of 58 degrees. Clouds will be increasing overnight. We'll have a south wind at 13 to 18, gusting as high as 30. Tomorrow, a 60% chance of showers. Some thunderstorms are also possible. Highs in the upper 70s to near 80. A south wind at 17, gusting to 31. Thursday night, an 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms, a low of 49 degrees. A south wind during the evening at 11 to 14, turning to the northwest after midnight and gusting to 25 miles per hour. On Friday, it'll be mostly cloudy, a high temperature of 59. Wind out of the north at 14, gusting to 22. For Friday night, 35 degrees under a clear sky. On Saturday, sunshine, high temperature of 65 degrees. Saturday night, partly cloudy, down to 38. And for Sunday, sunshine, high temperatures in the mid-50s. Mostly clear Sunday night, a low of 26 degrees. And on Monday, as we start out the new week, sunshine, high temperature of 47. Clear and cold Monday night, a low of 24. And on Tuesday, sunshine, 57 degrees during the afternoon. Right now, it is 68 degrees, wind out of the south-southwest at 9 miles per hour. And it's time now for some commentary from the Brownfield Network, and we'll also get a check of the midday livestock report.
Receive Brownfield's latest national and state news, markets, and weather in your email inbox. Sign up for Brownfield's Agriculture Today e-newsletter at brownfieldagnews.com. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. Like many of the people my age who grew up on family farms in the Midwest, I moved away from my home state years ago to make my place in the world. Even at 50 plus, I still get a wave of homesickness from time to time. It's more about the people than it is about the place, but the farm where I grew up holds a very special place in my heart. Like many of the people my age who grew up on family farms in the Midwest, my childhood was idyllic. My parents worked hard, and there were times we did without things we wanted, but I never remember needing anything. If my siblings and I were cold or hungry, chances are it was because we were engaged in building a snow fort or sled riding or playing some dreamed-up game. We had the chance to let our imaginations run wild without the help of an Xbox 360 or even a Wii. We had the chance to be kids. How many of you think of home as the place where you learn to ride a bike, drive a tractor, work cattle, or sort hogs? My parents put down roots in a community and stayed there. I've moved around some in my adult life, but have always felt grounded, knowing where home is. I hope that those of you with children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, or, like us, have other people's kids, are taking advantage of the opportunity your farmstead provides to show those children the meaning of home. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. And that's my 2 cents.
Black vultures can be harmful to livestock operations across Missouri. Missouri Department of Agriculture Director Chris Chin.
As many of our cattlemen and women know, black vultures are becoming an increasing problem in the state of Missouri. The Missouri Department of Agriculture has partnered with the Missouri Farm Bureau, the Missouri Cattlemen's Association, as well as the U.S. Department of Agriculture Wildlife Services to make sure that we are raising awareness about mitigation efforts for the black vulture if you find them on your property. One of the many questions we get is, how do I tell the difference between a black vulture and a turkey vulture? Turkey vultures have red heads, while black vultures have black heads. Both of the birds' heads are featherless. A young juvenile turkey vulture, though, will have a gray-colored head, so you'll have to look very closely. The turkey vulture has a bigger wingspan, and they fly in a V-shaped pattern. The wingspan of a black vulture is more horizontal.
To find out more, go to agriculture.mo.gov. That's agriculture.mo.gov.
Hi, this is St. Louis Blues broadcaster Chris Kerber, and I want you to follow all the exciting action of the St. Louis Blues right here this season on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri. They've been one of the longest-running St. Louis Blues affiliates, and if you can't make it to the game, the next best thing is listening right here. It's KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri, your radio home for the St. Louis Blues hockey.
Another slow start for direct cash cattle business. Hello, I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Direct cash cattle trade activity remains very quiet. Bids are elusive. Some early asking prices have been reported in the south at $187 live. The north remains quiet. While Packer inquiry could improve as the day progresses, it's very likely significant trade volume is going to hold out until midweek or later. Boxed beef was mixed at midday with light to moderate demand for moderate offerings. Choice down 85 cents at $309.74. Select was 52 cents higher at $300.12. At the Interstate Regional Stockyards in Missouri, feeder steers under 700 pounds were $5 to $15 higher. Steers over 700 pounds were steady. Feeder heifers under 400 pounds were unevenly steady. Heifers 400 to 600 pounds were $5 $5 to $15 higher. Heifers over 600 pounds were steady to $3 lower. The USDA says demand was good to very good and supply was moderate. Medium and large one feeder steers, 500 to 545 pounds, brought $320 to $352. Feeder steers, 600 to 648 pounds, brought $276 to $312.50. Medium and large one feeder heifer, 650 to 691 pounds, brought $230 to $247. Cash hog prices were unavailable at midday due to packer submission problems. Processors got aggressive in their procurement efforts Tuesday afternoon, and the higher prices reflected that. It remains to be seen if that momentum will carry over into today's business. The uptick in trade affirms that demand for U.S. pork on the global market is showing some strength. There's also been some positive news domestically. There are a couple of areas the industry continues to monitor. One of those is pork values. Another is the availability of market-ready hogs. And finally, hog weights, which are actually up slightly on the week and still well above year-ago levels. Butcher hog prices at the Midwest cash markets were steady at midday at $58. At Illinois, slaughter-style prices were $1 higher with moderate demand for heavy offerings at $49 to $61. Barrows and gilts were steady with moderate demand for moderate offerings at $43 to $53. Boars range from $15 to $25 and $8 to $15. Pork values were also delayed at midday due to packer submission problems at the USDA. For all the latest in market news, go to brownfieldagnews.com. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
When we told growers that Bayer Premium Tri-Volt herbicide for corn delivers visibly clean fields for up to 8 weeks, they were a bit skeptical.
We'll see how it works.
So we decided to prove it. We set up cameras in multiple cornfields, treated them with Tri-Volt, and filmed for 24 hours a day. For 8 weeks, we saw a variety of weather conditions, and Tri-Volt worked. See for yourself at TriVoltInAction.com. Tri-Volt is a restricted-use pesticide. Consult your state pesticide regulator for specific restrictions. Read and follow pesticide label directions.
Challenge. It's not something you shy from. It's a chance to up your game. Every day brings a new challenge. But with the enhanced Channel Seed brand on your side, you can rise to it. With our top-performing seed, innovative digital tools, and expanded agronomic support, you can turn tomorrow's challenges into your next advantage. Your enhanced Channel Seed brand. Let's rise to the challenge. Learn more at channel.com/rise. Read and follow pesticide label directions, IRM, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
And that has been commentary from the Brownfield Network and a check of the midday livestock reports. Right now, it's time to take a look at our updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations here in Salem and in Bunker, and also online at our website at ksmoradio.com. Your World Today, be sure and pick up a copy each and every weekday or check it out online. Velma Ray Rohr, age 87, of Salem, passed away Monday, February 26th, and William Eugene Rohr, age 81, of Salem, passed away December 1st, 2023, in Springfield. Funeral services for both will be held Saturday at noon in the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel, with burial to follow in the Bourbon Cemetery. Visitation will be on Saturday as well from 11 until the time of service at noon. All of the services are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem for Velma Ray Rohr and William Eugene Rohr, whose funeral services will be Saturday at noon in the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel. Barbara Ann Cahill of Salem passed away March 8th at the age of 81. Funeral services will be held Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock at the Salem Chapel of James and Gar. Visitation will be held at the chapel prior to the time of service, beginning at 11 o'clock. Interment will be in the Green Forest Cemetery. Memorials are suggested to the Breast Cancer Association. Cards are available, and all of the arrangements are under the direction of the James and Gar Mortuary of Salem for Barbara Ann Cahill, whose funeral services will be Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock at the Salem Chapel of James and Gar. James Jimmy Franklin Medeiros, age 87, of Cook Station, passed away Sunday, March 3rd. Funeral services will be held Monday at noon at the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel, with burial to follow in the Glatton Empire Cemetery. Visitation will be on Monday as well from 10 o'clock until the time of service at noon. All of the arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem for Jimmy Medeiros, whose funeral services will be Monday at noon at the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel. That has been a look at our updated funeral announcements, brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County, and it's available in over 40 locations here in Salem and in Bunker, and also online at our website at ksmoradio.com. We invite you to stay tuned. We'll come back and take a look at local news right after this.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free!
It's now time for a look at local news, brought to you by Southwest Baptist University's Salem campus. SBU Salem campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. If you'd like more information on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem campus today at 501 South Grand Street or call 729-7071. An accident happened Tuesday evening in Crawford County on Interstate 44 at the 221.4 mile marker that took the life of a St. James man. According to the Highway Patrol report, 44-year-old James Hendrickson of St. James was driving a 2003 Ford F-150 eastbound when he traveled off the right side of the roadway and struck the backside of the towed unit of a 2024 International semi-truck that was parked and stationary on the shoulder. Hendrickson was ejected from the Ford and was taken to the Missouri Baptist Hospital in Sullivan by North Crawford County Ambulance, where he was pronounced dead at 8:42 last evening. The Ford F-150 was totaled and removed from the scene by Chuck's Towing, while the International sustained moderate damage, and it was also removed from the scene by Chuck's Towing. The Highway Patrol was assisted at the scene by the Crawford County Sheriff's Department, as well as the Bourbon and Leesburg Fire Departments. And the Missouri State Highway Patrol's Division of Drug and Crime Control arrested 51-year-old Bradley T. Colvin of Rolla on March 11th for the possession of child pornography and promoting child pornography. The arrest was made following investigations by the Special Victims Unit of the Missouri State Highway Patrol's Division of Drug and Crime Control. The State Technical Assistance Team assisted in the investigation as well. According to a release from the Missouri State Highway Patrol, in February, while conducting an online child pornography investigation, investigators with the Special Victims Unit of the Missouri State Highway Patrol's Division of Drug and Crime Control identified a device associated with the internet account of Bradley T. Colvin, which had been was distributing digital files identified as child pornography. And then on March 11th, investigators executed a Phelps County search warrant at the home of Colvin, which is located in Rolla. And during the search, investigators found hundreds of files of child pornography located on computers and storage devices inside the residence. Colvin was arrested and transported to the Phelps County Jail, where on March 12th, the Phelps County prosecuting attorney formally charged Colvin with 5 counts of possession of child pornography and 1 count of promoting child pornography. He's being held in the Phelps County Jail with no bond. These charges are mere accusations and are not evidence of guilt. Evidence in support of these charges must be presented before a court of competent jurisdiction, whose duty it will then be to determine Colvin's guilt or innocence. In other news, the Salem Board of Aldermen held their regular meeting at the Salem Community Center at the Armory last evening. After the board heard public comments from 3 citizens, Mayor Greg Parker appointed Wanda Serb as the Assistant City Clerk, and City Clerk Tammy Kohler gave her the oath of office. The board approved closing 4th Street from Highway 19 to Jackson Street for the 100-acre Wood Rally Park Expo, and that will take place coming up Saturday. They also approved closing roads from SBU to the Salem High School for the Salem High School Senior Class Parade on May 11th. Resolution number 8-2024, a resolution to donate the 10th Street property that formerly was the old Salem Middle School to the Salem Housing Authority after they secured adequate funding to develop a 24-unit low-income housing complex that was tabled with the mayor breaking the tie vote. Several citizens who live in the neighborhood asked to hear more details about the proposal, and representatives from the Housing Authority will be asked to attend the next meeting and provide more details about the proposed development. The board approved resolution number 9-2024, allowing the mayor to execute the annual lease renewal with Wave Internet for the use of space on the top of the water tower, and resolution number 10-2024 was approved as a change order with BCS Electric for Al Brown Field's electrical work at a cost of $41,760.88 for labor and $13,147.58 for materials needed to finish the new lighting project. The board approved purchasing 50 dusk-to-dawn street lights at a cost of $6,937.50 from Fletcher Reinhardt, and approved a J&M construction and fencing bid for $29,950 to install fencing around the Industrial Park Water Tower and well number 4 to secure the area and equipment. The board also approved Bill number 3601 to sell the property at 306 East 2nd Street. This land was donated to the city as part of the demolition program. The board heard the first reading of Bill number 3602 regarding the execution of a lease between the City of Salem and Healthy Dent County for the Salem Community Center at the Armory. And Park and Recreation Director Melissa Du Bois reported the soccer season has begun, with the first game being this Saturday with 302 youth participating. The restrooms at the park will be open on March 21st, and anyone wanting to reserve a pavilion this year will need to do so at the City Administration Building. Interim Public Works Director Joe Chase updated the board on several projects, including Doe Run doing a no-cost peer review of the sewer treatment plant, and will report to the board at a later date. City Administrator Sally Burbridge reported that staff had been doing training on Encode, and with recent utility staff changes, the office could be short-handed, and asks the public to please be patient. Alderman Kyle Williams reported that the 100-acre Rally Park Expo would be held on 4th Street from 8 o'clock until 11 o'clock this Saturday morning, and there will be a utility committee meeting tonight at 6:15 at the Salem Community Center at the Armory. Alderwoman Kayla Sisko would like the utility committee to review the new deposit structure for the people signing up for city services at the meeting. And a community involvement meeting will be held on March 21st at 5 o'clock in the evening at the Salem Community Center at the Armory. She wanted to remind citizens they needed to call the city to put in a work order for $40 to get yard waste pickup. The meeting then went into closed session. And the South Central Missouri Community Action Agency is now accepting Head Start and Early Head Start preschool enrollment. They are accepting children from 6 weeks up to 5 years of age. They provide services for children with special needs or severe disabilities. Homeless and foster children are given priority during the enrollment. Head Start and Early Head Start are play-based learning and offer developmentally appropriate curriculum and offer outdoor play. Their experienced teachers and engaging curriculum offer children the chance to learn to grow in a safe, nurturing environment. Contact Jesselyn Hutchings at 729-3188, extension 13, or Don Segovia at 729-3188, extension 11, to make an appointment for a tour and learn more about the enrollment process. Applications are available now and again from April 8th through April 12th. That has been a look at local news brought to you by the SBU Salem campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in the Nursing RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more information about the SBU Salem campus, contact admission counselor Chris Welch at 729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Stop by K&H Auto Supply where you'll find these great deals. Windex windshield washer fluid 2 for $11. Blue Devil radiator flush for $6.99 for the 32-ounce size. And Blue Devil hard gasket seal for $49.99 for the 32-ounce size. K&H Auto Supply is your Parts City Auto Parts store in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
Hi, I'm Bill Pollock, host of Show Me Today. We listened to you, Missouri, and brought you a daily radio show that brings you captivating stories of people, places, and topics around our state.
What was lacking in all these years before this was someone with the desire.
Now, if you miss a segment or entire show, just download our podcast.
A lot of people don't realize that.
Subscribe to Show Me Today on Apple or wherever you find your favorite podcasts and add us to your list.
Show me today.
We call it America's pastime, the great game of baseball.
In Cardinals Nation, it's the fabric of our community.
It's the Gas House Gang, Stan the Man, the Old Redhead, Ozzie, Yachty, Waino, and now Arenado.
Cardinals baseball is part of what makes us, us. St. Louis Cardinals baseball. Cardinal baseball on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO.
I've got beef with McDonald's buy one, get one for $1 deal. 2 perfectly seasoned beef patties to be exact. Because BOGO for $1 now includes the delicious McDouble. With 2 beef patties and a melty slice of American cheese, it's juicier and tastier than ever. And I can buy one and get a delicious McChicken or boldly seasoned hot and spicy McChicken for just $1. Now this is beef I can get behind. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value. Comparison to McDonald's classic burgers to prior burgers.
As we take a look at our local sports coverage of Salem High School spring sports, will be starting Saturday as the Salem Boys Baseball Tigers will host the early season doubleheader, and that will take place at the Salem High School baseball field starting at 10:30 when Salem plays Cuba, followed by the Cuba-Vienna game at 12:45. Salem will then play Vienna at 3 o'clock for their second game, and that'll be followed by the Salem and Cuba JV game at 5:15. And the St. Louis Blues will be at home to face the LA Kings tonight at 6 o'clock. It'll be the first of 4 straight home games for the Blues. That game can be heard here on KSMO. And also the Missouri Basketball Tigers will play 11th seeded Georgia Bulldogs around 8:30 tonight in the SEC Conference game. KSMO will join that game in progress after the St. Louis Blues hockey. And Alec Burleson, Ivan Herrera homered for St. Louis as they banged out 12 hits and went on to beat the Bo Sox yesterday 8-6. Victor Scott for the Redbirds went 3 for 3 in the game. The Cardinals will be playing Minnesota this afternoon. And the Kansas City Royals fell to Colorado 4-2 yesterday. The Royals will be playing L.A. Out in the desert later on today. That's been a look at our local sports coverage. Right now, sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports. I'm Bill Pollock. The Cardinals are taking on the Twins today. Paul Goldschmidt starting to heat up, one of the leaders on this club that added a lot of veteran talent to complement the young players that Goldie expects to contribute, like Nolan Gorman and Jordan Walker.
Was hurt a little bit, so he didn't get to play as many games, but had 30-so homers and played really good defense. Obviously, Mason Wynn's getting a great look at shortstop, and he's just going to continue to get better. For me, it's just crazy how young guys are getting to the big leagues now, and so I think you got to remember there's still time to grow in the big leagues. It's not necessarily let's take the time in the minors. Guys are getting up pretty quickly, and so those guys are going to keep improving. Walker, getting a full season under his belt last year and getting moved from infield to outfield, he's going to be doing an even better job out there. I see those guys putting in the work. And
also in the system is Thomas Sajaci coming into play today. He has been hitting .379 with a homer and 9 RBIs. He was the league MVP at AA. The 21-year-old came over in a trade with Texas for Jordan Montgomery. The Royals are tied for the third-best spring record in Arizona, even after yesterday's 4-2 loss to the Rockies. When it comes to young players trying to find their way on the big league roster, manager Matt Quattro's advice is pretty simple. Control the things you can control.
Yeah, I think all those guys need to keep the same message in mind, right? There's different ways you get your opportunities in the big leagues, injury or underperformance or whatever, but I think more than anything, you got to keep the mindset that I'm going to knock the door down and give us no choice but to call them up. But I think a lot of times when you get sent down, you think about, all right, I need something else to go. But if you just take care of yourself, perform, you're going to give us no choice.
Royals are playing the Angels today. Mizzou baseball scored 2 in the 10th, held Kansas to 1 run in the bottom half, and the Tigers came out of Lawrence with a 5-4 win. Mizzou faces number 1 Arkansas this weekend to open SEC play. And tonight, it's Mizzou and Georgia SEC tournament tip-off at 8:30. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
Not everyone recognizes that they might have a gambling problem. How do you know if gambling is a problem for you? Ask yourself if either or both of the following questions are accurate. Have you felt the need to bet more and more money? Have you ever lied to people important to you about how much you gambled? If your answer is yes to either of these questions, free help is available. Call 1-888-BETS-OFF for more information.
Protecting our kids is second nature, and in the blink of an eye, they're all grown and protecting them gets a bit harder. But you can start protecting their future now from HPV cancers by getting them the HPV vaccine by the CDC recommended age of 11 or 12. The Missouri Immunization Coalition reminds you to talk to your child's doctor about HPV and how the HPV vaccine is proven, safe, and effective cancer prevention. Protecting our kids is second nature, even when they're all grown up. Start now with the HPV vaccine. Learn more at moimmunize.org.
Black vultures can be harmful to livestock operations across Missouri. Missouri Department of Agriculture Director Chris Chin.
We are encouraging producers to keep your cattle up close where there's a lot of human activity, especially when you're calving. If you're looking for a depredation permit, we encourage you to reach out to the Missouri Farm Bureau. They're able to issue you a permit that will allow you to take up to 5 of the black vultures. We also are encouraging farmers and ranchers and producers to be reaching out to their University of Missouri Extension office. They have a lot of valuable resources to help you mitigate black vultures on your farm. We also have funds available at the Department of Agriculture to reimburse for necropsy results when the loss is determined to be by a black vulture. This determination has to come from a certified veterinarian or the U.S. Department of Agriculture Wildlife Services. You can find more information about black vultures on the Missouri Department of Agriculture website at agriculture.mo.gov.
If you or someone you know is experiencing a mental health, suicide, or substance use crisis, call, text, or chat 988 for free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, trained crisis specialists will listen to your concerns, provide support, and get you the help you need. There is hope. The Lifeline works. For 24/7 confidential support, just call, text, or chat 988. A message from the Missouri Department of Mental Health.
For over 130 years, there have been moments in Cardinals baseball that will last a lifetime.
Baseball has some of the best athletes in sports.
With amazing feats, amazing moments, amazing plays, there's nothing quite like Cardinals baseball.
When you listen to the game, you just never know who that next hero may be.
We will have it all right here for you on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Graybar. Cardinal baseball on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO.
Hi, I'm Lisa Delaney, swing bed coordinator at Salem Memorial District Hospital. What in the world is a swing bed, you might ask? It's a Medicare program that allows a patient to remain in a hospital and receive therapy or skilled nursing services prior to going home. Call 573-729-6626 for more information about using a swing bed to improve your life before going home. We are committed to every patient, every encounter, every time.
Enjoy what sunshine we have this afternoon. Have a chance of showers, thunderstorms tonight, tomorrow, and tomorrow night, and a cloudy and cooler day on Friday. We'll tell you about the forecast right after the top of the hour. Now a quick break and back with news from the Missouri Net.
If you or someone you know is experiencing a mental health, suicide, or substance use crisis, call, text, or chat 988 for free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, trained crisis specialists will listen to your concerns, provide support, and get you the help you need. There is hope. The Lifeline works. For 24/7 confidential support, just call, text, or chat 988. A message from the Missouri Department of Mental Health.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out: the Salem United Methodist Church, Dent County Health Center, and the local on 4th Street, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained Town Screen in Salem.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
I'm Dr. Tiffany Bland with Salem Memorial District Hospital. Recently, there have been many changes within our local clinics and hospitals, and you may find yourself looking for a new provider for your children. At SMDH, we would like to reach out to the community to let you know that we do see patients of all ages. Most of our providers are family practice, which means that we have been trained to see well-child visits as well as sick visits. We are happy to answer any questions that you may have. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
With news on Missouri Net, I'm Marshall Griffin. An attempt to gradually eliminate Missouri's corporate income tax has been given initial approval by the State House. Dora Republican Travis Smith wants to phase out the 4% tax on corporations over a 3-year period. Supporters say doing so would give Missouri a better chance of attracting new businesses. Missouri generates over $4 billion a year in revenue from public transportation. Kim Sella with the Missouri Public Transit Association says this proves to state lawmakers the need to invest more in public transit. A 2023 study looked at the economic impact of public transit in Missouri.
We have more than 40 million rides annually that are being offered in every county in this state. 3,800 individuals are employed directly by the transit industry, and the average annual salary is $86,400.
And the House Ethics Committee will hold another closed-door meeting this evening at 5 p.m. This is Missouri Net.
Freedom isn't just a word, it should be a way of life for all Missourians. Wouldn't it be wonderful to live in a state where you're free from excessive taxes, regulations, and corporate handouts, and free to send your children to the school of your choice? That's why we at the Show Me Institute put together our 2024 Missouri Blueprint, a roadmap on how the state can progress to a bright future. The blueprint covers policy ideas from a Bill of Rights for parents to government transparency, school report cards, healthcare reform, and more. Our vision is for Missouri to be a place where entrepreneurs can pursue their dreams. Parents are free to direct the education of their children, and a growing economy provides opportunities for all. Critical to achieving this vision is a government that understands the value of freedom in the lives and future of our people. Check out our 2024 Missouri Blueprint, moving Missouri forward at showmeinstitute.org. The Show Me Minute has been brought to you by Show Me Institute and Show Me Opportunity.
Your information source. KSMO.